Alright, we're back here for the final night of the Easter Trail up here in Queensland. We're at Toowoomba Speedway. There's a battle not only to win 4K tonight for all the drivers, but there's also a battle for the USC Championship. And right now it looks like it's between either Lockie McHugh or Jock Goodyer. 2 nights ago here at Toowoomba Speedway, Lockie McHugh won. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out from just a couple nights ago. But Lockie McHugh is 12 points behind Jock Goodyer, who ran second on the 2 nights ago. And it's an awesome battle that I think it's either going to be one of them that takes out the win tonight. There's a stellar field of cars here tonight, as there always is. I'm not going to name the other drivers because I seem to forget half of the guys that are in contention for the win. But right now, tonight, they're going for 4K to win and 7K to win the USC Championship. It's awesome weather here. Great crowd as always. The track's going to be prime, so really looking forward to an awesome battle tonight. I've already got a GoPro on Jock Goodyer's car. I tried to ask Lockie McHugh to put a GoPro on the 7 car. He's happy for it to go on, but his crew chief, Nick Speed's got some superstitions. Also, for some reason, they don't put tyre shine on the car. They've got a superstition about that. So either way, should be a good night of racing.
Yeah, fucking smells so good. Smells like you walk into a fucking beauty shop or something.
Points battle tonight, man. You must be pretty pumped up.
Yeah, no, we've got a bit of a points chase going on, but at the end of the day, we're not here to points race, we're just here to race for the victory. So I don't know, we'll just treat it like any other race that you just rock up to, you go to win. So we'll just try to stay out of trouble and just get her up the pointy nose in the field.
If Lockie wins, you only really need to finish like third or anything like that. You don't feel like your race any different?
No, I don't even know what the deal is there, where I got to finish, but I'm not really too stressed about what it is. But I'll just go out there, race it. I don't really care where he's going to be going. It's just going to be worrying about what I've got to do and how I've got to get there.
What's your relationship like with Lockie?
Yeah, no, we're pretty good mates outside the track and that. So yeah, we hang out a bit. No, he's a good bloke. It's obviously a hard race between the two of us. We obviously race each other hard and clean. So we'll just hopefully put on another good show.
It's been a pretty big effort. You're from Tasmania to have all your stuff over here, and it's not just yourself, but obviously crew guys that you've got to accommodate for on your travels.
Yeah, correct. Obviously it's a bit of a process to get all this together, and especially when we lost all our stuff in the flood, so it's just a big effort to get us to where we are today and be race ready and still up the pointy end of the field.
Where do you feel like you need to improve from 2 nights ago?
I don't know, honestly. I felt I just got to work probably a little bit more on the heat races a little bit more and try to get a couple more spots, but honestly, mate, I probably felt like I was the better car in the feature. Just before that stoppage, I felt like I probably had him, but I don't know, that's the way the racing scenario goes. But I'm just happy with the speed we've got. We'll roll on tonight and see what we can do with it.
Points battle tonight, you're 12 points behind. Are you going to race any different?
No, I think we just got to, we've got to probably try and go for the win like always, but it'll be hard to make up that point difference unless Jock has a DNF or something, because we just dropped so far behind the second round. We blew our tyre in the feature, and that just dropped us so far behind the points, and only being a 6-round sort of series, it's hard to make a DNF back up. So we'll give it our best, but see where it pans out at the end of it.
I spoke to Jock and he said you're a good mate, but do you feel like tonight you'll race any different at all? You already race pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, if it comes down to him, we're racing on the same part of the track. He's going to beat me in the series anyway. He has to finish a fair way down for me to win the series, so no point doing anything silly.
when we're ready to push. Whenever that is. We got it, we're on. Come on, let's go. Go. Look at wheels loose. Did it go into gear? Now just try and pull it back. Crank it over.
That lap was when you were like sitting right down the bottom there, Jock was like,
It's like when you got a little bobble off away. Boom! Is it worth pulling the rear hat real quick? Just pull the rear hat quick, Lockie. Just make sure it hasn't broke the gear set or something fucked up. We're checking the U-joint up there. Pull that cover back, Chan. Yep. I'll get the rear hat.
Yeah, bottom one, I need torch. Bottom one's not.
Give me the torch. I'll tighten this. I then went to the bottom, you were in the middle and tried to do it. He was right up, turned it down.
Jumped out of gear, so we just shortened up the shifter cable, and hopefully that's it. We can't see any other issues. So
Felt like you got a couple of good laps in, though?
Not really. I sort of tried running the bottom there, and then that last lap when jumped out of gear, I was sort of ripping around the top, and I think that was going to be my fast lap, and then jumped out of gear out of turn 4 there, so that's sort of a bit shit. So I think we ended up 14th or something. So got a bit of work to do in the heats. No, we haven't really had that issue before, so hopefully it's fine in the heat, and it doesn't happen again.
How was time trials?
Oh, not too bad. We just probably would have liked to be a little bit earlier, but I don't know, we got probably a little bit snug, which probably hurt us a couple of tenths, but I don't know, we're still in the invert. I think it's starting 5th, so we'll just try past some cars and get her up towards the front.
You're in the same heat with Lockie?
I don't even know, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go, I'm in the same heat with him. Where's he starting?
I think he's out of 4 and you might be 5.
5, yeah, right. Oh, well, no. Oh, well, I'll try to follow him through because I know he's going to be doing the exact same thing, trying to barge through, so yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Heat 2 to the front dummy grid, please. Sprint cars heat 2, front dummy grid, sprint cars heat 3.
Anyway, now we've got through all that shit. This race car wise, what do you want to tighten? You were rocking a bit 3 and 4, a bit unsettled.
I think it wasn't too bad. That lap where it jumped out of gear, I think it's going to be pretty quick.
Yeah. You got out of 2 pretty good on the top.
Yeah, I think that lap was going to be real quick.
Just this motor trying to just keep an eye on it.
Right, it's heat race time. Jock, Goodyer and Lockie McHugh, who are going for the USC Championship, both tied up in the same heat. Lockie's out of 4th. Didn't have a great time trial. He ran a couple laps on the bottom and tried the top and then jumped out of gear. Jock Goodyer didn't feel that comfortable. I think he was 3rd quick in the group for qualifying, and he'll be out of 5. So definitely a battle for who can finish up far enough in the heat race to start up, to get good points for the feature race later on tonight before the second round of heats.
happened there, man?
Yeah, it was just dropped out of gear again and then went back in, and I ran the rest of the race with like my right hand holding the lever down, but then it jumped out again on the last lap with my hand holding it down, so must be something wrong internally in the diff, so we'll just swap it out and should be good then. But yeah, really needed that heat win, so that kind of sucks, but at least we got some points.
When it jumps out of gear, is the handle, when you go to reach for the handle on the right, is that up as well, or is that?
It didn't seem to be up, it was like only a tiny bit, that's why I just held it the rest of the way, and then it jumped out again even while I was holding it down, so yeah, I'm not too sure why. Never had that issue before, so yeah.
Straighten it up. This forward, so I can come forward. Some more rags. I'll pull this drive shaft up as well.
Time on the front dummy display. Six to the back dummy.
Relax. Hold this rear end back up here.
Get the other side of the axle. We need the torch up there.
Oh yeah, it was alright. Just probably made a little bit of a mistake there. But I should have covered probably Jesse a bit better, but lost a spot due to that. But I don't know, I still think I finished fourth or something, so we'll just see where that puts us. And I don't know, hopefully this just keeps us. We're just got to get past more cars this next heat and get more points.
You don't sound very happy.
I should have done probably a bit better, especially. I don't know, I just know if you bury yourself deep here, it's pretty hard to come back from it, so we'll just see what we can do this next round.
Feel like you made a mistake, or is it just kind of the way it worked out in the end? There's a couple of restarts and things like that.
So it's just, I don't know, sometimes it's probably made one mistake, but then it's like racing at the same time, so it's hard to really judge up. So I don't know, it's just, lucky thing is you get to go again, I suppose.
Yeah, you're more like disappointed with how the night's going rather than your championship situation. You just want to.
Yeah, I'm not really even worried about the championship, to tell you the honest. I just want to get up front and yeah, I don't know, we'll just see where that puts us in points.
How'd the car feel?
I felt good. Like once Lindsay got me, I was able to run him back down, so I felt fast. It was just if you missed it coming out of two and you're on the bottom trying to slide someone or like battle with someone, you just sat there and you're pretty well parked.
Yeah.
So yeah, just done that once and that's probably cost me.
My left hand, I was holding the gear lever down, and then it popped out again on the last lap while I was holding it down. Like I had it tied down. Yeah, because then I got it back in again and got to the finish. It's like kick.
Oh, is it on the other side?
I was trying to tag back here. Coming out of here when you got the split spot. I was like one-handed and I was like, if I lift, I'm in the wall. I'm one-handed.
Rocket? Try and lock the gear. I need to get the gear. Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that. Good work. Good fucking work, you lot.
Did you find anything?
Nah, that's a problem. Jumped out of gear qualifying, come back here, put it back in gear, stayed in gear, checked the gear set, checked the shifter, checked everything was good, which was a concern because we come out of gear and we couldn't find a reason. Went out there in a heat race, done the same thing again, went back into gear. Lockie actually finished the heat with his hand on the shifter, but it still kept coming out on him, so changed rear ends and hopefully that's what it is. It's not much else it can be, it's a pretty simple setup.
Yeah, and maybe a GoPro would find out.
Oh yeah. Maybe put it inside the rear end, we'll find out, and I'll send it to Dave Eli at DMI.
Ozzy, how's the night been so far, man?
Not too bad. We didn't qualify that great tonight, so we had an inside row the last heat, an inside row this heat. I don't know how that works out, but it's got to be inside and outside. Yeah, just chipping away at it. We just need to get better, that's all.
Alright, we're back on the infield for the second round of heats. Lockie McHugh had that gear shifter / diff problem, rear end problem at the in these heats, and he's qualifying, so he's got stuff to sort out. He's in heat 6. Heat 5 is Jock Goodyer. He needs to move forward as well. They've both had shockers so far, but yeah, it should be a good round of heats. was a long heat race.
Yeah, no, it took a while, but yeah, so it seems we fixed the gremlins with the rear end by putting that new one in. So don't know where they'll put us for the A, probably P12 maybe or something, I'm thinking. So it's been a while since I've started to feature that far back, so I'm looking forward to it actually.
A couple of things, when it's a long heat race like that and you're doing a lot of roll around laps, are you turning back the fuel tap at all?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was actually a bit concerned towards the end there, especially when we had that next caution, but they ended up declaring it. But yeah, thought it might have been getting a bit low on fuel, but because the track's slicked off a fair bit too, you're not using as much fuel when you're racing because you're sort of out of the throttle a bit down the straights and whatnot. But yeah, no, pretty happy with how it is. Do a couple of little changes before the feature and see how we go.
I was going to say it's slicking off quite a bit and you guys didn't really get a chance to muck around too much with setup.
Yeah.
It looked like you were pretty free there. You had a bit of a slide job battle there with a couple of guys. So.
Yeah, definitely need to tighten up a little bit. Yeah, we ran out of time a bit with all the other stuff we had going on, but we'll get it tuned up for the A main, and yeah, looking forward to slicing and dicing through the pack a bit.
Heat races have just finished for the sprint cars. Lockie and McHugh won his heat, so they've sorted out their rear end problems. Jock Goodyer ran second in his heat race, so they should both be up the front for the feature. They've just done a little bit of track work. In that last heat that Lockie won, there was a lot of carnage, so a lot of good cars torn up in that, including Cody Morosky, who ran third on the first night of the Easter Trail. So yeah, definitely lots going on here at the racetrack, and it's going to be between Jock and Lockie, I think, in the feature. As far as the championship goes, they're going to be in the top 10, so definitely a good battle, I think, and yeah, it's going to be good to watch. The heat races are finished, the shootout's finished. After a tough start to the night, both Jock and Lockie are moving up through the field. I think Jock's going to start out of, is it 5th or 6th in the 8, and I think Lockie will start out of, I think he's out of 10. So they're both in the top 10. Should be a good battle. The track is definitely a lot slicker than it was the first night here for the Easter Trail, and I think that's going to play into our hands as far as the racing goes. They did do a little bit of track prep while the fireworks were on, and the B main's just out now, so a few more laps on it, it's only going to wear out more. So I think you're going to see a lot of wide racing. Right now the top's the place to be, but as far as watching Lockie and Jock battle it out and come through the field, I think there's going to be plenty of that. And obviously all the other quality cars that are here, so it should be a good night of racing.
We're a little bit tight in the centre of the corner in the shootout, so we've done some stuff to see if it was going to work for the feature, and I don't think it's going to work. So we basically went back to where we were, pretty much where we were the other night here. So
the shootout's a good opportunity to try some things.
Yeah, we just figured we'd try some stuff. Right rear tyre stuff's been a bit of an issue, you know, different compound tyres. So.
And you've been switching between racer and who's
it's not something I normally do with James, but we kind of have been having to. So, but yeah, it's all good, man. We'll get it sorted and see how we go.
What changes did you make after the heat?
Oh, a little bit. A few. We're pretty good in that heat, but obviously the track's going away. It's 35 laps, so yeah, debated putting a harder left rear on, but I didn't go for it. We're out at 10. We need to get going here early, so see how it looks at lap 30 or lap 35. But
so you're a bit worried it might be free towards the end, or?
Oh, the D12 will help us at the end. RD will help us early, so yeah, see what happens.
And what did Lockie say after the heat?
I felt good. Yeah, he was really good. So yeah, we're braced here enough, so we're just doing what we normally do here. The track's really good, so hopefully we can get through, no dramas. Starting out at 10s, a lot of good cars in front of us.
Yeah, and you changed the rear end, so obviously there's something up with that rear end.
Yeah, obviously we put a new rear end and fixed our jumping out of gear issues. So yeah, it's happened to me years ago with the DMI, but this thing had 5 nights on it, so it's not ideal.
Yeah. Good luck, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, nah, I'm happy to just bring home in third. I didn't have the car to win that race. Obviously, Ian was hell bad fast. Like, yeah. I know that's probably what he loves it, and that's why he's probably so good in America and how he is. But no, hats off to them boys. Like, they've been struggling, so that's good to see them get a good result. And yeah, just happy to bring home third, and that should wrap up the USC for us. So that's good.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Where do you feel like you lacked tonight in the feature?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I felt like I pounded the top as hard as I could, man. Like, I just didn't feel like I could probably pound it as hard. Just kept getting tight mid-corner and that. But nah, overall, pretty happy. But yeah, we'll just take that third and yeah, roll on.
Alright.
See my left hand down. That's hectic. There's bumps and yeah.
Glad we didn't go the 4-8.
I was struggling in one to get through, but I had like, was he just rolling in the middle?
Dude, his head is swinging in the trunk. It was off.
Yeah,
He was off.
I thought so.
He was rolling through you like fucking.
once you got your fuel load off, you must have got you back a little bit. And I went straight off the I was like, fuck it. I was like, hold on, mate.
How do you drive the big truck? A couple of times you sort of got third in, but when you weren't, you were fucking bad.
We're Lockie and
Six.
Is that what happened? He climbed the catch fence.
Yeah, because he couldn't.
Are you suiting up for me?
Yeah, thought about it.
There's nothing official about this. How'd you go, man? What happened?
Yeah, I think we'll run for a win, but yeah, was got a run there on Jai, I think it was, and Luke, and it looked like Jai was sort of heading down, and then last minute he sort of changed direction, came up, and yeah, he obviously wouldn't have known I was there because I was only right at his right rear and flicked it up in the air. I thought I was going for an end for endo, but yeah, somehow it came down and the engine stalled and it putted along, got going, but yeah, the tyre went flat, had to change that, go to the back, and bent all the beam up and stuff, so it was a bit of a handful that last 23 laps or whatever it was, but I managed to get the bottom in pretty good. And
I saw you trying to work that.
Yeah, because I just couldn't get up top again because that beam was bent so much. As soon as I tried to go up there, it wanted to drag me into the fence, so just sort of tried to get the bottom going and pick a few off.
Do you feel like if yellows kind of come out and it's like that was a quick feature, eh? You feel like if,
Yeah, maybe a yellow towards the end there might have snuck back on the podium or something like that, but yeah, a bit spill, and I think we had a really good car there early. I think we were up into 4th or something in the first 10 laps or so, and yeah, oh well, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, when's your next race?
Supposed to come down to Sydney next weekend. Weather's all right down there, and then the Australian title, and then that will be us for the season.
Alright, I've just borrowed a screwdriver from Nick Speed from Lockie McHugh's team. Thought we'd come out on the back straight here at Toowoomba Speedway to wrap up the night, and if you haven't watched the previous video from Friday night here, we were checking out the track. Well, it didn't go away as much as I hoped it would, so I thought we'd come out tonight at the end of the night. I'm not sure what time it is. What time is it? It is 10 to 11, so it's pretty late. Everyone just about left. There's not many people here, but I do have a screwdriver and I wanted to show you the depth of the track. So early on in the night, obviously it's got a lot of moisture in it. It's quite soft, but as you can see behind me, you can see where the car's been running, where it's black, and then down here on the straights, you're not going to run this low on the straight, so the clay hasn't been that affected. So we'll come down a bit lower, and you can see as I push it in, it is a lot harder. I know you can't feel that, but it is a lot harder to push the screwdriver down. And it's going to be like Arthur getting the stone, the sword out of the stone. But as we move up the track, as you can see, the left rears have been running around here, and then you got the right rears up there, and you can probably hear that that's a lot stiffer than down the bottom of the track. That's because it's a lot harder packed down. Again, it's still a little bit soft underneath, but on the surface here it is quite hard. And then obviously the right rears have been running up about here. You can just see how black it is behind me from the tires. Look at that. That's hard. Alright, and then a little bit further up, the cars don't consistently run this high, so this is pretty much just fresh. Watch how soft this will be. Yeah, see? Like that's soft as, so yeah, hopefully that gives a good idea of what the racetrack does and how it changes throughout the night and things that teams got to deal with. But yeah, awesome night, awesome weekend here at Toowoomba Speedway. Again, they look after us so well, and the fans are great. I just met a family, the mum come up and said, oh, you're the guy you're the YouTuber that my son watches every week, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and hopefully you enjoy the next video.